But weak as your position is, we still can't allow anything to interfere with our plans.
I am detecting faint life signs in the capsules in front of us.
Life signs?
Well, hello everybody. I'm Dan,
And I'm Austin.
and we're here to play games.
In labyrinthy ways.
Yeah, welcome back to Xenosaga episode 2. And yeah, we are back on Old Milsha. In the last episode, we went through the submerged city. I have since gone and gotten the steals from the boss that I forgot to do that on. So we got the Charge Clean and the Emax 300 from that boss.
Nice.
We're back here in Labyrinthos on Old Milsha. We went through and saw like weird webbing things on the walls. It was apparently caused by Udu. Seeming to make contact with this dimension. It is
Right.
very strange. Why is that happening? We don't know yet. And for now, we're going to go ahead and go back the way we came so we can get segment address number 5, which we just picked up the decoder for. I think it's this way. Yeah, we got to take the tram back. But fortunately, it is not very far in our past.
Yeah, it's not too far behind. Not too far behind.
And
Looking
well,
forward to learning a little bit more about what's going on here, because you said this is a pretty important narrative location.
Right. There's some stuff that goes down here that is, we're going to get some important story bits. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them in this episode, but we certainly are, in the next couple of them, going to get some rather intriguing reveals, I think. Now,
Yeah.
if I remember right, segment address 5 is up this way.
It's down one of these pathways.
And of course, we're on Milsha, which we've been talking about for like 1.5 games.
Why are you doing this?
At this point. So, yeah, you would think you would get something good here, at least as far as, like, material to sink your teeth into a little bit.
Yeah. There's definitely been a lot of build-up, so...
Yeah, I mean, Milsha has been talked about as the focal point of the conflict, which, that's one of the more important events in galactic history, at least of recent times. And,
Right.
yeah, we've also heard from Nephilim about freeing Cecily and Kath.
Right, yep.
So that's a thing that apparently is on Milsha. Not to mention the Zohar should be here. The original, you might say.
Here I go. Bullseye.
Hopefully we can say that.
Not a doctor, the doctor. The original, you might say.
One might indeed say.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Get him.
We won!
Shakoom.
Yeah. All right. Forward. Yeah, here we are. Address number 5 decoded.
Sweet.
So we get another secret key here. Secret key 20 unlocks skill point up 10. think it's down here. Yeah, it's 3,600. But you get an extra 10% skill points for anybody that has that. So I think we're gonna get that for anybody we can.
Yeah. Despite having things that will give you a ton of skill points, we are always in need of them.
Oh yeah.
Would you say you struggle to keep skill points or class points more?
Struggle to keep, as in like I'm
Well,
always
like-
needing more.
Yeah, like having enough to do whatever you're wanting to do next.
Well, skill points are the ones you grind, so you can always grind more if you need a bunch of them. Class points, the problem with those is there are very few battles that actually give you class points. So
Yeah.
for the most part, you have to unlock skills or use class upgrade items.
No time for wusses like you.
Those little apples and oranges there, but probably class points are the bigger struggle, I would say. Just because they're a little harder to get. But
Gotcha.
once you get into a good groove and you can get a ton of skills, like, they're really not a problem anymore. Essentially, you want, and this is part of the problem with this game, I think, is you want everybody to have all skills.
Jeez. Yeah. So we talked about
Charging.
how getting all 4 skills in a particular class will give you more class points, and there is like a percentage return essentially because it's higher than what you spent on it.
Yes.
Did we ever figure out what the like payout for that is? Does it vary from class to class, or?
Oh yeah, it varies. Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you unlock a level 3 class and you master all the skills, you get more than what you spent to unlock it. But I don't know what the exact. It might be like 1.5 times or 1.25 times,
Gotcha.
something like that. But I don't remember the exact amount.
So you get a net gain if you can ever consistently get all the skills inside it.
Yes. Yeah, so, like, technically, if you ignore somebody the entire game, right? You're just like, I don't
Right.
care about this person, whatever. Like Chaos, say. And then you go and you just have, like, this ridiculous amount of skill points. Which, you know, it's sort of a problem because you have to, like, actually fight with them. So this is sort of a far-fetched scenario, but let's say you just had, like, 99 skill upgrade E's and D's and stuff, and you just dump them all on Chaos. You could go through and just master every single one, and you would never have a class point problem. If you go in order.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, because everybody starts with some class points. So you can unlock, like, level 1 class A with pretty much everybody. And you master that, you get class points that will help you unlock the next one and all that fun stuff.
Right.
So if you just go in order, you never really need any class upgrades or to farm class points. The problem comes when you unlock a class that doesn't have all the skills yet,
Right.
so you don't get any CP return on what you're doing. So you struggle to keep up, and which is what happened to me. You know, I had to go farm some class points because I wanted to get the expansion pack,
Right.
which is in one that it may have all the skills unlocked now, but it doesn't. It didn't at that time. So
Right. Makes sense.
Yep. All right, so we're back to this middle area with the hub basically, and we're gonna take the southeast exit first thing.
Right. Yeah. If the levels, I feel like I saw that some of the levels weren't available right away. Is it just because there were no skills associated with those levels?
So you need to master, say, you only have level 1 available at first.
Mhm.
If you master any class in level 1 and you get the class points
I will
back,
proceed to
it will unlock
eliminate the enemy threat.
level 2. And you do that in 2, you unlock 3, and then 3 to 4.
Okay, and you just have to master one of the classes inside a level?
Correct.
Okay. Is that per character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah, I think that's why I just don't really know the actual amount of points, because it's just... Sorry, I'm distracted. There's a wasp on my window pane outside the
Oh.
window here, and I'm just like looking
That's-
at it like, you're not getting in, are you?
That's awful.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy. I think it's on like the inside of the like the
Like
mesh.
in between the panes or whatever.
Between the pane and like the little like thing that's supposed to keep it out like off the,
The
pane.
screen, yeah.
The screen, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. So you're just kind of walking around. So yeah, if you just hear me, if you hear random muffled yelling and me running away, that's the wasp has gotten in, and I'm trying to deal with it. Anyway, back to the game. So don't mind me. Just dealing with shenanigans over here.
First a cat, now a wasp.
Eat this.
Yeah,
Just having a day, man.
this stuff,
Real world problems.
Yeah. Charging.
Anyway, I think what I was saying was that, like, I've never really had a problem with class points outside of just momentary stuff, which, really, if you wait until Ormus when you want to unlock expansion pack and stuff, and you just don't jump ahead and get things like damage minus 10%, which is a really good skill. If you wait on that, then, shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Sure, yeah. These fights feel a little grindy these days.
Yeah. Get rid of this one. Get out of here. Yeah, I really do. I mean, we've talked about it at length, but I really do wish the weapon system had been implemented in this game. I think that would have helped a lot. So PSSF, which is BC.
Does
Eat this.
does episode 3 address some of the battle issues that 1 and 2 seem to have?
So, it's one of the weird things. Okay, fine. One of the weird things about this series is all 3 of the episodes have a completely different battle system.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, it does. It's because it's totally different.
Gotcha.
There are some commonalities. So, like, there is a break
Overestimated
system
enemy threat.
in episode
My
3,
data must be updated.
but it's not the same in almost any way.
Hmm.
Okay. Finish dealing with him. Head down to here.
Crates.
There are many crates in here. Let's see.
Some enemies, some items.
Okay. Smash 2 crates. Glass. Ooh.
Go through the glass hole and then use the ladder to climb up to the top level. Get off the ladder, turn left, go through the glass hole, and smash 2 crates for antidote.
Literal directions time.
Yep. And then we're going to turn right, go through the glass hole, past the ladder, smash these 2 crates. One hides an enemy.
Let's get him.
If you're on our side, we can't lose.
So I understand that the fighting is different, and I'm interested to see like how different it is
Yeah,
between 2 and 3. But
it's a lot faster in 3.
right, but even though 1 and that's what I was getting at, I guess, is that even though 1 and 2, their battle systems are basically indistinguishable from each other in a lot of ways. They still have some commonalities in the sense of like how long moves take, how cinematic it may or may not be, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Eat this.
And so 2 improves on 1's overly cinematic moveset, which that's a preference thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just kind of curious if the speed of battle, because clearly we gotta get bogged down with just trash mobs here.
I feel like they
something else.
I feel like they overcorrected in 3. Everything is so fast.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, personal preference. I don't like it when things are as fast as they are in 3. It does accomplish the goal of like random encounters not taking a huge amount of time, which is pretty nice, honestly. But you know, it's just like it's so fast that it's like it's kind of just doesn't feel great to do anything in combat. At least to me, it doesn't.
Gotcha. We're gonna go through the glass and past the ladder for a medkit M.
Okay.
Stay back. Stay back.
And then we'll go back down the ladder. The
This
first one here.
This ladder, okay.
And then we're gonna go right, smash 2 crates, go through the glass wall, ignore the ladder, and smash another 3 crates to reveal a chest item.
Object.
Rejuvenator DX.
Outstanding. After we fight.
You can't get away from my sensors.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, but you can't get away from her sensors.
That's true.
It's important to know.
Very important knowledge.
Eat this. Eat this.
Here I go.
All right. Yeah, I really feel like as you go through this area, it earns its name. It definitely feels like a bit of a labyrinth, especially once you get to this part, because it's just, you know, it's not that complicated, but it is a bit of a like, where am I in this area, you know?
Right. Constant movement, constant branching, so much to do.
Here I go. I feel more like a combat model these days.
Do you?
All right, now we continue. This doesn't seem right.
Did we go all the way down to the bottom floor? Maybe we need to go one more. I thought we were still on the middle floor for some reason, so I forgot to clarify that we needed to be on the bottom floor.
Alright, so crushing these.
There we go.
Good to have.
Yep. And
Ah.
All
Upward.
good.
Is this the top level?
You gotta go all the way up, yeah. So we started off in the middle, right? So
Right.
another Tetsid.
With her on our side, we can't lose.
These things take some time to get rid of. Yeah, I do find myself around this part of the game missing, like, the mods we got for Kos-mos in the middle of episode 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't, like, I know your characters are getting upgraded in power because of the skills and stuff that you're picking up,
Yep,
but it doesn't feel like they're powering up
it does not.
because you don't have, like, hey, here's the next weapon that's more powerful, or here's other armor sets that give you these specific things.
Right. Yeah, I really think a lot of it is just because it was rushed and it had a turbulent development history, you know.
Yeah.
Charging.
Really says a lot about the game when it can be so well loved despite all the problems it's had.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, episode 2 is not very well liked in general, but
Right.
yeah, the series itself is enjoyed. I mean, I think that's only become more true with Xenoblade, which people very much enjoy.
Right. Because, like, Xenogears had this problem, right, where it had some turbulent development stuff as time drew to a close. Clearly, we've talked at length about this for both of the games, but Xenosaga 2 and 3 had different directors and directions that were trying to be taken, and so and time crunch and everything else, and yet despite all of the issues that it's had, and it still comes out overall as a game that, a series especially, that people really enjoy.
Indeed.
And they might quote unquote slog through 2 to get to 3, but the need for that, because the narrative is good enough to be willing to do that, says a lot about the game.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
the exit that you're headed toward right there.
Yep. Sorry, I was monitoring the Wasp situation. He's managed to get to the other side of the screen and is now leaving, so that's nice.
Yay!
Yeah, the Wasp journey is complete. Goodbye.
Leave my friend alone.
Goodbye, hateful insect. All right, so
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering what's in the other crates, nothing but enemies.
yeah,
So.
so we got the treasure out of there, which the most important one is the Rejuvenator DX. You want to get that. Okay.
Now we gotta hit some switches.
Okay, yeah. There's more testeds. I'm done dealing with those right now. Oh, so all right.
Yep.
So we got a puzzle in this area.
Yep, there's some switches in the various corners that we'll have to hit. Yeah, here we go.
Look at all this stuff.
The order that you want to hit them in is southeast,
Okay.
southwest, center, 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 northwest, 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 center, and that will get us to a 6-time class upgrade B.
Sweet. Yeah, so the order of that matters because each one will move walls that overlap with each other. So if you're watching, that was probably rather obvious, but good to point out.
Yep. Now we'll have to leave the room and come back to reset it.
Okay. We have to fight more testeds. No. Goodbye. No.
Yep. Now to get out of the room, there's a different sequence. which will be southeast,
This
northwest, center.
we want the one above it, right? So.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's all
my
right.
bad.
Yeah.
I had it highlighted and I still overlooked it somehow.
Yeah, it happens. It's
Southeast,
cool.
northeast, 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 southwest, 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 and then center. There you go.
Outstanding.
And that'll get us a boost max.
Yup. Gotta pick up all the items we can get.
Yeah.
Gimme. Then I think leave again and come back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we can finally get out of
Yeah.
this room.
Yeah, now we can make our way through. All right, now for the exit.
Yep. So this time we're going to do southeast, northwest, center, southwest, 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 center.
Look at that.
There you go.
Beautiful. And we just walk straight through.
Mm-hmm. Go through the door, follow the corridor, and we'll end up back in the big circular room, but on a higher level.
Kind of a fun little puzzle.
Yeah. I like the music in this area.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna go through the northeast door. Well,
Interesting. Oh. Oh, pff, hi. What does
yeah,
this
go
do?
south, kill the PSS troop there. We entered through the northeast door, but the way it read was a little different.
Yeah.
A little strange.
Why are you doing this?
Look at all the troops.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, that hurt a lot.
Ow. Oh, Labyrinthos. There are troops everywhere. Oh, a little early. Alright.
No, why did you do that?
Because I'm a fool. Okay, so
How could you?
let's get a little bit more.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
Alright, now we should be good.
Yeah. Charging. Mystic powers, grant me a miracle.
Eat this. Eat this. Eat this.
Here you go. Bullseye.
2 down.
Yeah.
Maybe one could make the argument that these long, drawn-out battles make the enemy forces appear more formidable.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you could do that with shorter battles that have higher intensity, though.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Grant me a miracle.
So I
He
did
had to hop over there.
Yes. I did check, by the way, to see if there was any information about why the city was submerged. There isn't really any, unfortunately. I am not sure.
Okay.
It's some sort of calamity. And when I say there isn't any, that doesn't mean there isn't any that I can share. It means that if there is an explanation for it, it's not significant. It's just meant to demonstrate, like, things went very wrong here. Like, the city got
Right.
flooded somehow. Maybe a dam broke. You know, something terrible happened for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I did want to go ahead and check on that because I didn't remember if there was any sort of explanation for that situation, as it were.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of genuinely surprised, or not surprised, I should say, that there isn't extrapolation on why it's got water in it. Seems like one of those things that's
All right. Let's
not
call it.
really that important.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's the same way you are, like, when we're playing through Skyward Sword, you're asking questions like, hey, when you're hitting those time shift stones, and
yeah.
what did they look like? What did they see? You know, like, oh, yeah. It's never explained. Same
Right.
thing with the submerged city. Why is there water everywhere?
Yeah, I think the difference, though, is that this game doesn't do as much environmental storytelling. And that's not to say there's not significant things in the environment, but there's just so much happening, and there are so many complicated areas that have a lot of technology. Hang on, let me make sure I'm doing the right thing here. Yeah, okay. I gotta go to the southwest exit, but we'll save first. But yeah, I mean, it is sort of similar, and there probably is some sort of information somewhere about, like, why is it this way? But it is unclear at this time, other than, you know, clearly something terrible happened, you know, and there's biblical things associated with floods, you know. Was there some sort of sin that occurred and the world was flooded kind of thing? And you've got, you know, Joachim Mizrahi quoting from the Revelation of John as the Gnosis descend on the universe, and it's like, well, what is this? Is this some sort of sci-fi eschaton?
Right.
What's going on here?
Right, before he, like, Gondor stewards himself out the window.
Yeah, off the top of the building, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
You can't get away from my sensors.
5.2 revised is BB.
2.0. And these look even more interesting than the last ones.
New and improved model.
So there's a bunch of UTIC people here still. They got here before us because we had to go take care of their stupid Ormuz stronghold.
That's true.
They slowed us down efficiently.
They did.
So that leads me to believe that these weird creature amalgamations are directly resulted of UTIC's experimentations.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah. I'm just really curious, like, what they're doing. It smells suspiciously of Xenogears inclinations.
Yeah,
With
like
the
the Wells Reapers, yeah.
Yeah. Especially with all the religious undertones and stuff attached to it as well.
Yeah.
Eat this. Eat this. Eat this.
We're gonna run into a company that has a a subgroup known as Logos running around.
That would be interesting.
We had Ethos, why can't we have Logos?
Why not, right?
Right.
I liked the Ethos a lot. Very interesting group.
They are.
I think it's very easy to write a group of enemies that twirl their mustaches, as it were. And you know, the Ethos, certainly they were corrupt. They had issues, and I think they were aware of their own problems and didn't care because they had power. But there was also a fervor to them where they genuinely believed that they deserved to be the guardians of the world's culture.
Yeah.
You know, and so there's a sincerity, there's a layered sincerity to the Ethos that is very compelling. Even if you're like,
Right.
they are monsters, which they are.
Right. Yeah. Well, so it really depends on like what part of the hierarchy of Ethos we're talking about too, because you have those who were part of the governing body, right? That were kind of over Ethos. And then you had people who were like on the surface that were also participating as members of Ethos.
Right.
And they like Billy, right? Is that his name, Billy?
Billy, yeah, Billy Lee Black.
Yeah, like he's a clergy member essentially, gun-toting preacher of the Ethos.
Pretty much, yeah.
And so, to your point, he genuinely thinks he's doing what's good for the world and trying to guard this information. It's just that the people above him are absolute lunatics.
Yeah.
I wonder how long
Yeah,
you'll
I mean,
survive.
to an extent, he is helping some. He just isn't aware of all of what he's doing.
Right. And the help that he is doing is overshadowed by the pain that they're creating.
Right. You compare it to some of the organizations, you know, UTIC, which is very strange in how it's being portrayed, and I am hoping I'm remembering correctly about the information we're presented at the end of this particular dungeon, so I'll be able to talk about them in better terms. But in general, we have interacted with these Inquisitors, Margulis, Pellegri, Orgula, and they seem to, you know, have a little bit of similar motivation, right? They believe themselves to be the correct guardians. This is Calcs 2 revised. The correct guardians of the Zohar, the treasure of God, basically. Of course, he boosted right when I started that. Perfect. Fire! But anyway, yeah, they, we saw with the Patriarch speaking with the Parliament, you know, they're accusing him of attempting to monopolize the treasure that is the Zohar.
Right.
They humbly believe themselves to be servants that are guardians of it so that humanity can enjoy it. Do we really, but like, look at the Patriarch for 5 seconds. Look at how he's talked with Margaret. Like, nah.
Right.
Anybody that believes they're out for the good of humanity.
That's some real fancy lip service you're offering up there, Chief.
Yeah, indeed. But, you know, they're attempting to throw Vector under the bus, and the Kukai Foundation basically stating they're the real enemies.
Right.
So.
Which, I mean, what we know of the Kukai Foundation at this point is that it's Junior and Guinan, and like that's what the result of their business ventures.
Junior, right? Guinan, Mary, Shelley, yeah.
Right. But like, Yeah, because like it's separate from the second Miltia group, which is like Helmer.
Yeah, but they're allied. They're in league with each other. That is certainly
Right.
true.
Yeah, of course, because it was like the provisional government that became the established government on second Miltia.
Right.
And Kukau Foundation was an ally with them, but they are still their own separate like entity.
Yes.
And it's just a business, kind of like Vector. Kukai Foundation essentially is its own corporate-run city-state. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eat this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a corporation, and it's also kind of a government. It's also a foundation. It's a bunch of things.
Right. It's
yeah.
a self-sustaining kind of entity, for lack of
Yes.
a better term.
Yes.
And so, like, at least from the player perspective, we can go, okay, well, Kukai definitely isn't doing anything nefarious that we're aware of up until this point, because we know the characters that are basically over everything in Kukai, which is Guinan and Junior.
Yeah.
Of course, now we're dealing with Guinan not being Guinan anymore, but Dr. Yuriev instead.
Yep.
So that's a
Yuriev.
problem.
Yep. Dmitry Yuriev is a big problem. That is true.
So, you know, can't speak for Kukai anymore at this point, but conversely, we don't actually know what Wilhelm's objectives or motivations are. We don't know anything about him.
Yep. He seems a little shady, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that we've already had the vague, oh, this will get them where they need to go for that thing they need to do kind of conversation he had with a mysterious person in a red outfit who looked an awful lot like the mysterious guy in a blue outfit in the last game, who happened to be Virgil, who should be dead but isn't, and also called Chaos Boss. I'm still angry about not knowing what's going on with that. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah. Yeah. Chaos.
some people are just good at stuff.
That's right.
Everybody has a skill.
Has something they're better at than everybody else.
Right.
What?
Thanks. You know it's a bad line when even Alan's like, "What are you
No.
talking about, Chief? That didn't make any sense."
No. Oh, man. Yeah, Alan is very much a straight shooter. Like, it's like, okay, I get you, man.
What did we just get from there?
Rejuvenary.
Okay, so right, down, right, and under the second slab.
Which... lower the slab.
Yep. Upstairs.
And we lower slab.
Yep.
Got all the
Right across
literal
it.
directions.
Yeah. Well, just because of how they function or what's happening here.
Yep. Nothing in these boxes. They're just fun to blow up.
Right. And gotta go kill another Vive.
Yep.
You can't get away from my sensors.
Yeah, one other thing about 3, which is interesting, is a lot of the voice actors from episode 1 come back. So Kos-mos, yes, Kos-mos has a different voice actor in this one, and in episode 3, the one from episode 1 returns.
Oh, good. I actually really like episode 1 Kos-mos' voice actor.
Yep.
Which isn't to disparage the hard work that was put into this one. I just feel like the sound fits, and it's probably because I have a lot of experience with 1.
Yep.
So...
yeah, I mean, I think There's nothing wrong with the voice actor, but the voice direction in this game is a little strange.
Yeah.
Eat this.
Characters like Junior feel like they sound fine, but like Momo is really weird sounding, and then Kos-mos sounds not like Kos-mos anymore. Chion's voice actor completely changed, and the way the voice recording was done makes her sound odd. You know, there's just a lot of issues, I think, that cropped up during recording of all of this.
Yeah, and I think there's some quality of sound, too, that seems to be lacking somehow.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help the other issues.
Right.
So... especially... audio within battles especially seem to be a little on the rough side.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what causes that, right? Because, like, if you're importing an audio file, it shouldn't distort the way that it does unless it was already distorted like that. At which point, why did you do that? Why was that your choice?
Choices were made.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it a day.
Yeah, Junior's voice acting in this one is fine.
It's fine,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but like that little celebratory statement he just made, I feel like had it been episode 1's voice actor, he would have been a little bit more exuberant about it.
Yeah, I don't remember if Junior's voice actor changed between 1 and 2.
It may not have, right? Because it sounds, if it did, it sounds awful close.
Yeah.
But he's...
I know Shion and Kos-mos changed.
Right. Alan is different too.
Yeah.
And Chaos.
But Chaos, yeah. Chaos, I am pretty sure never changes back to his episode 1. I think that's what he sounds like now.
But delivery is all I was going to get at there. Is the delivery of the line is
Right.
could be better, and that has to do with direction and not the actors specifically. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely okay. We got another puzzle here. Yeah, it's definitely voice direction.
all right, so ASCII skills strike. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, green console explains. Bridge. Box cannot be moved again.
Oh, okay. Stand below pillar 1, which would be on the far left side, I guess.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
ST1. Okay. I'm tracking now. I didn't realize it was deep as well. Okay, so pillar 1. If the very far wall where you're at here is A, then second row is B. B in the first column was going to be ST1. So we'll need to kick that pillar, kick it north. Okay, great. Stand above the second pillar.
What's this one? South?
Yeah. Yes. We're going to stand below the third pillar, which is the one directly here to your right. Kick it north. And then we're going to stand above the sixth pillar, which is that one there. Kick it south. The fourth pillar is the one right next to it. Or no. The fourth pillar is
This one.
that one. Yep. Kick it south. And then we got to kick that one north somehow. Oh. Okay, so we can reset if we need to. Don't know why I did it that order though, because 5th should have been.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to fix that.
Okay. Yeah. That was almost completely correct. So I think if we do 4, then we'll run around to 5 and kick it north and then get 6, that'll clear it up. If that makes sense.
So weird. All right.
Yeah. I think it's just not quite in order.
Yeah.
With the instructions.
Yeah. So, still need to do these top ones first.
Yes, yeah.
So,
the first 3 were fine, I think.
I think this one was north. Yeah.
Yes. And then
This
that
one
one's
is
south.
South, yeah.
And 3 is north.
North.
Yeah. And so this is where I would say
This one first.
kick. No, I would kick the far left one first.
You're right.
Right, because you have to do it south.
You're right. This one goes south.
Yep. And then the middle one goes north. Yeah, and then kick that one south. And that should line you up just fine.
All right.
And that gets the item.
Yeah, so we get skill upgrade D times 5.
We
No.
may have to reset to get to the...
Problem is, yeah, we can't go to the northeast door, so we gotta reset it again.
Right.
I don't know that there's... Hold on. Yeah, if we'd kicked that one north, that would have allowed you to go to both. Because you can go up here. Doesn't change. Oh wait, no, this doesn't... No, that doesn't connect properly. Never mind. I don't know then. That's weird. Alright, let's reset it, and we'll head to the door. Alright.
There probably is a way to do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think here. So... This one going south doesn't help unless this one also goes south. And then this one could go north. Let's mess with this for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and kick these first, though.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 has to go north. Because that's the only connecting piece you've got. Which means, by extension, the 6 would have to... That one would have to go north, too.
Correct.
So, if you
Yeah.
did south on 4 and 5 and north on 6,
Yeah, that would work.
and that would have gotten you both
Yep.
item and door. Okay, well,
Yeah. so
maybe I
that's-
misread it, but I feel like...
No, you didn't. It's the directions are wrong. I read the same directions you did. I'm pretty sure. 6. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it got out of order or something. It's kind of weird.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Okay.
you go here, and then you have
Yeah.
access to chest that way and the door this way. So
Yeah,
now-
so do what we did the second time, not the first.
Yep.
Or I guess the third time, technically.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Follow the corridor. We'll be back in the big circular area from before.
Yup. Let's
We're
go.
gonna get another console at the end to remove the bars completely and to power up another elevator.
More elevator. More elevator. Anything down here?
The console that you gotta push.
Do. No items. Just a console.
It's so consoling.
Ah.
Okay.
Alright, so now we can head down here. Labyrinthos.
Oh, Labyrinthos.
Imagine working in an area like this.
It'd be confusing.
Yeah, I'm lost like everyone is. All right. So in the elevator.
Yep. Going down the big elevator.
Kind of a cool elevator.
Yeah.
All right.
Discus.
Cutscene time.
Sweet. This must be Labyrinthos' main terminal. So it would seem. Kanan, the powerful protection placed on the data within you uses the wave pattern emitted by the Zohar. You should be able to remove it with this terminal. You don't have to explain the details. Just hurry up and get it out. Come on, let's get inside.
All right.
If only it were so simple. Elevator at the west corner.
This elevator up. Yeah, we still have more elevators and computers and all sorts of stuff to do.
Let's get inside.
Okay.
3 hours later. Examine the green console.
Yes. Beep boop. Rise. Okay.
Take the west elevator back down. We're going to go to the right and then go down to reach the console of controls, block A.
And down, you said? Oh yeah, here
Yep.
we go.
Push the button. Now we gotta go back to the west elevator. And now we'll cross the convenient bridge.
Very convenient.
Yep. And now we'll use the console again to lower the structure. And go down the steps.
Downstairs.
And then we'll enter the structure through the door, which was sealed by lacquer before. Ignoring the elevator here.
Okay, now I've ran into the structure of the door, which was sealed by that guy. That'll be the front door here.
Mm-hmm.
In here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we finally made it. At last, we can set you free from your curse, Kanan.
I'd appreciate it if you could hurry.
I haven't
I
seen
really
that
don't
tattoo
want
before.
something like this in my head any longer than I need to.
I never noticed the tattoo
Hey,
before on his neck.
Just what is the data inside of Kanan anyway?
Put simply, it contains the identity of the mastermind behind the Miltian conflict.
Hold on a second. The mastermind behind the conflict was...
The madman Joachim Mizrahi. At least that's what everyone thinks. But just because most people believe something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true.
Wait, what do you mean?
You're about to find out.
Jen, do you know who the mastermind is? Like,
Maybe.
if you know, then why do we need the data? I don't.
Proof?
I guess. I feel like he has enough clout that he could say something and they'd be like, well, that's interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it. At least, you know, like.
Sure.
You're
Especially
familiar
since-
with the UTIC organization?
Aim
Sure.
for him.
It's the organization established by Joachim Mizrahi to study the Zohar.
Oh,
We've
that's
gone through
interesting.
hell thanks to them.
So what about the UTIC?
The UTIC organization was originally a part of the Federation, Professor Mizrahi was apparently using the data he obtained from studying the Zohar to convert UTIC into a military organization. But he never actually told the Federation government. He kept them in the dark. But there's something else that's strange about this. It takes an enormous amount of money to fund research and weaponry. Yet there's no evidence that the Federation ever provided that kind of financial backing.
So someone else was funding them from behind the scenes?
Found a way to turn things into
That's
gold
right.
via alchemy?
Almost all of the UTIC organization's enterprises were nothing more than dummy corporations. That is, all except one.
Just one?
This data includes recorded information regarding a business known as Hyams. It's highly likely that this company
wait,
was
we've
the
heard
one
of
that
Hyams
actually
before.
provided the money.
We have.
And the head of the Hyams outfit, a man named Heinlein, happens to be one of the cardinals of the immigrant fleet.
So, are you saying that the UTIC organization has connections to the immigrant fleet?
Did Daddy have connections to the immigrant fleet too?
No. I presume Professor Mizrahi was merely being used. Their objective was to acquire research data on the Zohar. Even the Realian outbursts that sparked the Miltian conflict were believed to be part of their experiments.
Oh,
But
man.
something else happened that they couldn't have predicted.
Udu awoke, and the door to purgatory opened.
And the Gnosis appeared.
Everyone must have thought it was the end of the world. But that didn't happen. Momo, the truth of the matter is, your father wasn't a madman at all. In the ensuing chaos, Professor Mizrahi had to make a vital decision in order to prevent the worst-case scenario.
What decision?
He knew he had to somehow isolate the Zohar, Udu, and all of Miltia, and seal their power in a place where no one could touch it.
So, the reason Miltia was swallowed up by the Abyss was because Professor Mizrahi.
A great many people were sacrificed for his sake. That's probably the reason he brought judgment down upon himself, to put an end to everything. Your father tried to save the world you were about to be born into. And then he entrusted his secrets to you, the one he could trust most.
Daddy? I knew it! I'm so happy!
Wait a second. So if we just hand over the Zohar to the immigrant fleet, they'll...
Yes. They will likely repeat the tragedy from 14 years ago. Please go on without me. I'm going to send this data to Representative Helmer. Kanan, please handle the data backup.
Understood.
And Hyams was such like a throwaway organization that we ran into in the first one. That is crazy.
Yep, not anymore.
Heinlein.
Heinlein.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised that Mizrahi was not the madman everybody made him out to be. I had a feeling that there was probably more to it.
Right.
But that's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
What is the immigrant fleet? Like, I mean, we've been hearing some description of like what their objective is. But
There are cardinals of the immigrant fleet. What have we been seeing that has cardinals?
Well, UTIC, right?
So, from what we were just told, UTIC is associated with the immigrant fleet, but they're not exactly the same thing.
Right.
But
But
what seems to have happened is the immigrant fleet now has control of UTIC's resources, and the public-facing, forces of UTIC, basically, are under the control of the immigrant fleet. That's why we have to continue to fight UTIC. That's why they keep showing up everywhere, right?
Yeah, and Mizrahi, while well-intentioned, did end up helping the creation of this militaristic UTIG.
Right. Along with Heinlein, one of the cardinals of Hyams, basically.
Is he the old man? Because we don't actually have the patriarch. We don't have his name yet, right?
We do not. We do not know
Okay.
who Heinlein is at the moment. We just know he's a cardinal of the immigrant fleet.
Right. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's...
Yeah.
He may not be the patriarch, but he's probably at least as powerful, if not more so.
Yeah, I mean, he seems, based on the descriptions there, he's doing a lot to manipulate various factions and forces behind the scenes a little bit.
Right. I'm curious why they would go by the name Immigrant Fleet.
Yeah, I think there was history of them leaving Lost Jerusalem in a fleet, basically. So that's sort of why they're the Immigrant Fleet. It's a little bit of an interesting
the flotilla.
name. Yeah, kind of.
All right. Wow, that's a lot to digest.
Yep.
Moving on. Take the north door, which was sealed by lock B before. To reach another elevator, which takes us even further down.
The Zohar isolation area.
Gonna actually see the Zohar up close and in person. So, Immigrant Fleet takes over Utik, does stuff to cause the Miltian conflict. Mizrahi's like, oh no you don't, I'm so sorry everyone. Makes the entire planet of Miltia disappear into the abyss.
Right.
Dies in the process.
Yes.
After bestowing the Y data to how to get back here to, I almost called her Sakura, Momo.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Biosphere on this side, and the west side there is another item you can get here.
Maximum output. Maximum output.
Oh!
Alright. When we're ready, save game, charge at the north door.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
And then we'll have to fight 3 ads on the way to the boss.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with some stuff, and then we're gonna have to come back and save before we move on here.
With these are, I guess I should start calling them Immigrant Fleet enemies instead of UTIC enemies.
I will proceed to eliminate the enemy threat.
But yeah, they're UTIC. But there's UTIC enemies in each of these doorways too, which tells me there is already somebody in the Zohar.
They're already in there. That's right. Yeah. Like
That's a problem.
Yeah, we're definitely behind. We are lagging behind everybody else who we're trying to beat to the Zohar. So it's a problem.
We're just gonna get into the room and it's gonna be gone.
No, that would suck.
Yeah, but it would be on par for storytelling.
Yeah, it would not be a very surprising development. Why is the Zohar gone? Ah!
Or the other thing would be, while you're fighting whatever the boss is in the final room, they're getting the Zohar out of there, so that by the time you finish, it's just gone.
Yeah, I could see it.
You know what's gonna happen anyway. Of course you could see it.
I mean, yeah, I do know what's gonna happen. That's true. I'm gonna beat up enemies.
You should do that. Man. So, Jin was calling it a curse for Kanan. Is it just because he can't get access to the data?
He's got
that he's
data.
calling it a curse, is there?
He's got data in his mind that he can't. It's weighing on him, and it's causing him no end of problems. So, it's kind of a turn of phrase, if you will.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case, but this is one of those games where I feel like you can, in fact, not overanalyze some of these things.
Right.
Until you do.
Right.
So.
It's true. These enemies have so much health. Get out of here. Yeah. Kanan he's sort of a frustrating character to me. And there's going to be more to come about him and what his deal is, but if you think back, we were under the impression that he had a piece of the Y data in his head. And even based on Jin's description of what it is, you could sort of interpret it to be that, but it's also like, oh, it has the identity of the person behind the like, is that always what it was supposed to be? Was it supposed to be he had the Y data too, it was just incomplete? And so, was he supposed to initially be written as some method for the party to access the route to Milsha? But then that wasn't, like, the way he was written anymore after that?
I don't know, because I've never really interpreted the data that Jin found as Y data.
I thought he called it the Y data at a certain point.
Maybe he did, and I'm just misremembering, but I feel like Jin specifically implied that he found information regarding Utic.
Which is what he's saying that it is, yeah.
Right. And like, I don't think he used the word mastermind at the time.
Sure.
But it was like, it had to do with like Utic's motives and what's really happening.
Who's behind all of this?
Right, like why did this happen the way it did? And of course, in the intro, I didn't even know that Jin was with Utic at one point, because that was implied as well, or said.
At one point,
I don't know.
yes.
And like,
Why are you doing this?
why? Exactly, Momo, exactly.
Why are you doing this?
What? Like, if he was with Utic, why was he doing those things?
Yeah, remember, we just learned that Utic was established by Mizrahi.
Right.
For motives other than what they are doing now. In other words, the organization has been co-opted and repurposed.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
So, yeah, it's interesting, really. It's also interesting, it's a very menacing sounding organization. So to learn that, like, actually Mizrahi created this organization, it was just messed up. Like, why did he call it Utic? But you know, it's neither here nor there.
Well, what does Utic stand for, right? Because it looks like an acronym. So,
yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of half acronym. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yes, it's. I thought we were told what it stands for at some point here.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, we have not been told what it is. Okay. For the record, it's the Unknown Territory Interventing and Creation Agency.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That clears it up, right?
Right. Well, it does a little bit into why the naming convention might be that.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that does sound a little bit more like exploratory, and much less military, right? Like.
Right.
certainly has a more sciencey feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that case, not just the cardinals in UTIC, but like probably the very religious nature of the UTIC that we've been presented at this point is a direct result of the immigrant fleet's influence.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the case, yeah. Like, it was never created as a religious organization. Which is why it's very funny, like, oh yes, the Cardinals of UTIC. Like, UTIC is just being used by these things. But, you know, that's a nuance that you're not really told until about halfway through this game, so it's completely understandable to think of them as one as the same, because they're pretty much acting in the same interest.
I mean, yeah, at this point, the immigrant fleet is just wearing UTIC like a skin.
Pretty much.
It's just another branch of their organization.
Exactly. Yeah, they went a little crazy writing different organizations in these games. I think, you know, we're a ways into them enough to start to see just how complicated it gets. There's just so many organizations, and they're all secretly sort of each other and sort of not.
Right.
It's just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, specifically, Hyam's immigrant fleet, UTIC, all the same thing.
And Hyams, you remember where we first saw that name, right?
Well, it was one of the emails. There was like an investment for something. I don't remember what the specific thing was, but
right. But they're in like the tech space, similar to Vector, right?
Right. And they have other dumb many organizations out there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if Hyams has like subsidiaries or whatever.
Right.
Subsidiary? I don't know.
Subsidiaries.
Subsidiaries. Thank you. I was like, I know subsidiaries isn't quite correct.
Close enough.
Close enough. People knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Eat this. Eat this.
Ugh.
Charging.
Art.
Or Lavitz.
Never forget.
We'll always remember you.
Art.
We won!
All right. And we got one more of these. Open the next door. Oh, hey, guys.
I will proceed to eliminate the enemy threat.
They're just stormtroopers. That's all these PSS troops are.
Pretty much, yeah. So many of these troops. They look sort of like snow troopers. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Well,
At their
like
coats.
yeah, well, their helmets especially, kind of are coded in the more historical stormtroopers.
Indeed.
So without putting too fine a point on it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty typical, you know, JRPG type thing to code enemies a specific way. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, well, in Empire and we pull our visual of villainy from our history of villainy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what better one to use?
Right.
So it's really kind of interesting. I'm gonna be a communication nerd just for a second. how we can look at a character design and intuitively go, that's not a good dude.
Yeah.
Because of the way they're dressed.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, and now it's really interesting because you can use that to your advantage to subvert expectations as well. Which has been done before.
Right.
But typically speaking, there are certain like colors, certain types of outfits, certain types of things, and it's all socially constructed assumptions too, right? So like the way Japan might relay a concept would be different than say the US or even a European nation, because they have different things that correlate to those intrinsic understandings.
Right.
And there's some things that are a little bit more global, right? Especially anything that comes from like World War I or II, and any kind of like aesthetic that kind of leans into those things. You kind of know where that character might stand based off of how they're designed, if they're kind of leaning into those aesthetics. So I find that kind of stuff really interesting.
It is, yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why, on some level, I'm able to look at a character to your chagrin and be like, oh, is this other dude, or is this the bad guy, or is this insert whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, there are design methodologies at work there.
Right. And some are more obvious than others, so it's not like it's exclusive to just the design methodology, but...
That's true.
Anyway. There's my communication nerd segment over. Alright, so it looks like all that's left is to save, heal up if necessary, and take on the boss.
Yep, and we're about 10 minutes from time here. So this is going to take a little bit of time, so if you're okay with it, we'll proceed. If not, we will hit them next time.
That should be fine.
Okay.
We can go a little long, it's fine.
Alright, well, let's go handle Mr. Leader Reloaded, shall we?
Mr. Leader. Mr. Sir.
Mr. Sir. And unfortunately, I forgot that Jin leaves the party temporarily, so I'm not able to equip him properly before heading into this encounter, but we will make do. It will be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll live, maybe.
Yep. He'll be fine.
Ooh, worth noting, the boss has the ability to combo boost himself.
Yep, and this is the next Awakening manual, so definitely steal from this boss.
Yep. Awakening 3.
You.
Oh, Margulis.
I see. No wonder the air defense system was useless. Right? You are TV.
Don't call me that!
No, you are TV.
That Helmer. He certainly managed to assemble an impressive ensemble. But your coming here now is pointless.
Oh, there it is. Unknown territory intervention and creation.
We've already accomplished our objective. The Zohar is now under our control. There's nothing you can do. The outcome is already decided.
What the hell are you thinking? That thing is way beyond anything you can handle. Do you have any idea what's gonna happen?
Of course I do. The annoying Gnosis, as well as a few pathetic weed-like humans, who are arguably even more worthless than the Gnosis, are going to disappear. Just like Ariadne.
You bastard!
But weak as your position is, we still can't allow anything to interfere with our plans. Time to die!
I feel like his sword should be longer. Ah! Oh, it looks like a bird. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Margulis versus Jin, the rematch.
Exactly.
This time we'll put a scar over your other eye.
It's been 14 years, hasn't it, Uzuki?
Personally, I would have preferred to never see you again.
Jin!
The blade is
Oh,
for
Nichan.
carving one's heart, not for turning against the masses. That's what our master once said, was it not?
This is perfect. I can't believe you're still a part of this, Uzuki. Once again, you insist on standing against me.
There were still a few things I wanted to look into. These people were nice enough to give me a lift.
Absurd.
Nothing has changed here. You know, it was careless of you not to erase those records 14 years ago. Now you can never return to the Federation. Or perhaps, were you a bit too busy to worry about that at the time?
I see you still talk too much. Very well. If you really want to know, you'll have to use that sword to make me talk.
Naturally. That was my intent.
Do not expect this to end like it did before. Uzuki! It's been far too long, Uzuki. This feeling of exhilaration.
I told you. I won't allow a monster like you to inherit my grandfather's technique.
Bold words from such a fool.
That's Rahi, their grandfather.
Explodey.
It would explain some connections, is all I'm saying.
I shouldn't have spent my time running a used bookstore. I regret that now.
I'll make sure you die a painful death someday. Uzuki! I'll send all of you to your graves!
Okay, so Jin takes over the third slot. You're gonna bring Momo in.
Looks like it's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Actually, yeah.
Mystic powers! Grant me a miracle!
Yeah.
Awaken
I know.
three.
I'm sure that Mizrahi isn't grandfather. I'm
Love
trying to
it.
find connections as to why Xion and Kos-mos are attached to the Y data the way that they were.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
And so if he knew them in some capacity, even as like a family friend, you know, or whatever,
Right.
then maybe that's why, but like I don't think that even that's the case. Because I feel like there'd be some indication of that connection somehow.
One would think, yes. So we've stolen Awakening 3 here. I believe, if I'm reading the stat spread at Margulis here correctly, Ice Sword is the way to go. The other thing that you need to keep in mind here is that Jin must be the one to hit the final blow on Margulis. So we're going to attempt to just knock him out as quickly as possible here.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle!
It would make sense for Ice to be where you want to go with him, considering how fire-coated he is.
Right.
Labyrinthos y tal.
Okay. Action. Go ahead. Attacker.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle! Mystic powers, grant me a miracle!
Alright, Margulis is CBCB. So...
Mr. Leader reloaded.
Yup.
Yeah. Charging.
Get it.
Oh, cool.
That's all
He
I gotta
does-
say.
He does have it, yep.
We got our steals.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, here we go. Damage! Didn't quite knock him out
Show you how different we are.
in one go, but not too bad. Alright.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle!
Yeah, there's the shadow. I tend to ignore the shadow. I don't think you really need to bother with it. But if you want to take it out, I don't think it has a break zone. I think you just gotta throw some damage on it, basically. Alright, over there, Margulis.
Nope.
Alright. Redo. Ice Sword. We should be able to knock him out with this next chain here.
Mystic powers, grant me a miracle!
Labyrinthos y tal.
Ow.
Mystic powers,
Margulis has some interesting, weird incantations. Okay, so do it. We're still in good shape here. Yep, he's attacker. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Charging.
Not gonna get the skill reel for him, but that's all right.
I'm sure you'll live.
Indeed. And you
Get him.
notice he had 1 HP there, because that was not Jin finishing him. But this
Well,
is.
now he's got like negative 4,000.
Yep. See ya, Mr. Leader. Did get a fair amount of skill points there, so if you get it times 10, you can get a huge amount, but not a big deal, really.
You're as dangerous as ever. But no matter how hard you struggle, there's nothing you can do now. I hope you savor your abject despair. You are powerless. Uzuki, if you want to settle this, you'll have to survive first.
The Zohar.
It's here. I'm shocked.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be for long, but
Looks like we made it in time. Look, that's the Zohar. The original.
This place. I saw it in my dream. The cage Feb sisters were trapped in.
Made it.
What cage?
Xian, I am detecting faint life signs in the capsules in front of us.
Life signs?
That is correct.
I'm sorry.
Their design is quite old, however,
Mother?
they are definitely Realians.
What?
Cecilia. Catherine.
Catherine.
It can't be. That's Cecily and Cav.
Wait. You're saying that those are Realians?
Junior? What's wrong?
Momo, stay back.
Xian! What is that? It's horrible.
It's horrible. I can't stand this. I'm sick of all this. I can't take it anymore. I just can't.
Lance.
Is there any way we can help them?
Unfortunately, because they are fused with the system, it appears they have already lost their individual functionality and consciousness. In their current state, separating them from the system would result in complete shutdown.
Bastards! Why'd they do this?
Because using them in their natural state proved difficult. It was necessary to isolate their consciousness from the outside
Oh, hello.
world.
Who the hell are you?
Talked about it.
Why would the leader of the immigrant fleet be here?
There's really no need for me to answer questions from the likes of you. Very well. The Zohar, that object originally belonged to us, to Ormus. Yes, since the dawn of recorded history, we have been its guardians. In turn, we use it in any way we see fit. That is the way of things.
Ormus. So that's the real name of your organization.
That's right.
Okay.
Ormus has existed in the shadows since ancient times. Indeed, since before the crucifixion of the Messiah. Human beings, no, all life throughout the universe must be guided forward by Ormus and the Zohar. And they shall be led up to a higher plane of existence. That is the mission that God has entrusted to us.
Damn you!
You did this to them for that?
What? Is there a problem? They are tools created specifically for that purpose.
Shut up! I refuse. I refuse to accept this.
You refuse? And we'll just have to make you accept it. This power is granted to us by God.
It's the voice of Udu! Stop the system, now! If you don't, it's gonna wake up again!
Shion, please stand back. I will destroy the system and cut the bypass to the Zohar.
Kos-mos, wait! There's still...
Shion, if you interfere, I will be required to take drastic measures.
No! Kos-mos!
Shion.
Feb?
Shion. Set my sisters free.
Mercy kill them, please.
No, I can't. Why does it have to be me? Why did you call me? I won't do it! I can't do it!
Shion. You've always been this way. Such a kind child.
Feb? Feb? Kos-mos? Fire!
Foolish. Truly foolish. It doesn't matter what you do now. You cannot stop this power.
Oh.
It can't be. Proto-Omega.
It's
been completed. Oh.
I was just about to say, latest Xenogear. TM.
It seems I may have underestimated you.
Proto-Omega.
These past 14 years have been of great help to us, as has the data from the conflict. As a result, we now have a symbol of overwhelming power. With this, we will wipe the Gnosis from the cosmos and place the entire star cluster under the jurisdiction of Ormus. Of course, we hardly need anything this overwhelming now, thanks to the UNN and the Federation. They've managed to reduce the people to a simple mass of spineless weaklings.
Shion, out of the way!
Wasting your time! Now, let the festival begin!
This is bad! We gotta go!
Time to go. Eden Prime, is that you? No, that's much worse.
Yep.
What is happening?
That's a very good question. Problems is the best way to put that.
Hey guys, you're flying too close to the atmosphere, and by too close, I mean you're close to the planet at a reasonable distance.
Yup.
The scale of which those things are coming out of the ground is incalculable for me at the moment. But it's a lot. That's so much damage. This is why it was flooded.
To keep the evil.
I mean, that's... At this point, what we're talking about is it... Oh my gosh.
The planet hatched.
Yeah, what is it, an Eternal? Like, come on now. And you thought the moon that never sleeps was a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
No.
Is that like voodoo in a physical form?
They destroyed the entire planet? How the hell could they do that?
We do technically have an infinite energy source at this point, so, you know.
What in the flippity giblets is going on here?
What is happening? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly. It's a mess.
It's because it's not just that the Zohar has energy.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
There was something already in existence.
So Proto-Omega has awakened.
Indeed.
With this, our plan can now proceed to the next level. The commander will surely be pleased as well.
Who are you?
Dead is what he is.
What's going on? Are you all right? Hey!
Yuriev.
You!
I've taken control of the Parliament. A reinforcement fleet is already on its way. I won't allow you to continue.
You! But you died 14 years ago!
Give your commander a message from me. I'm not going to die. Not now. Not ever.
As if there wasn't enough going on.
Why did he shoot a hollow screen? Yuriev is so extra.
To prove a point, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Reinforcements? Damn Federation.
This scene
Do they
feels
really
very
want to
much like
destroy us
Cain.
that badly?
Mm-hmm.
It matters not. I'll show them the errors of their ways. Margulis.
Were his eyes always
Take
that yellow?
the fleet and eliminate them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? Margulis, did you not hear me?
I think perhaps it would be better if you went yourself, Holiness.
What? Have you lost your senses, Margulis? I am your master. Now do as I say.
You appear to misunderstand the situation. We Inquisitors serve but one master. Surely your Holiness is aware of that. Everything has transpired exactly as we have planned. All that's left now is for you to die a martyr, Holiness.
Damn you! You can't mean Heinlein!
I bid you farewell, Holiness.
Oh yeah, we don't know his name, but he's not Heinlein.
So this is where you went.
It's not like the ship's that big.
Everyone's already transferred to the Durandal. You should hurry up and...
I said leave me alone! It's just like it was 14 years ago. It was exactly the same. She was killed right in front of me. I was all alone. I couldn't do anything myself, so I just ran. And again, I still couldn't do anything.
Shion.
Why? Why did it have to be me? I never wanted to feel like that again.
Shion. Did you not understand what Fabronia wanted? I think there was another whom she loved just as much as her sisters.
Another? Who?
Another sister, bound by the chains of her past. I think she probably wanted to save that sister just as much as her real sisters.
Another
sister. For as smart as you are, you're really dumb.
That's why she chose you and gave you that painful role.
Closure.
Feb wanted for me.
Shion, it's up to you now whether you choose to withdraw from this painful world or learn to accept it. But I can say this much. No matter what you choose, you will not be alone. Or do you still not understand Fabronia's feelings?
Jin.
Now please, go. Now is not the time to let everyone down.
Jin. I'll go on ahead.
I really am hopeless. Fabronia, I am truly envious of you. You were able to do for Shion what I, her own brother, should have done. Now the question is, what can I possibly do for Shion? Or even still, what can I do about my own past?
Scenes.
Little Master, a private transmission has arrived for you on a general channel.
What's up?
It's compressed in an encoded format. Shall I open it?
Yeah. Put it on. You.
It's been a long time, my dear son.
Junior's father?
Dr. Dmitri Yuriev?
I heard about what happened 14 years ago. Sounds like Albedo made contact with Udo and managed to cause a space-time anomaly alteration. That is most regrettable.
Bastard! You knew if we confronted Udo, it might have destroyed Miltia. How could you do that?
Oh, please. I don't recall raising you URTVs to be idiots. If we could save the star cluster at the cost of a single planet, I'd say that's a small price to pay.
Acceptable losses. I hate that term.
Now that we are faced with Udu's potential
though.
reawakening, we must eradicate any and all uncertainties. We've determined that there will be an attempt to recontact Udu. You must move immediately to eliminate the target, Rubido.
Recontact? You mean Albedo?
Yes, he was infected and he has fallen.
I'll atone for my past mistakes, but I will not do it by killing Albedo. Instead, I'll make him stop this insanity.
As you wish. I look forward to your results, Rubido.
Shelley, where did that transmission come from?
I am sorry. The route was scrambled. It's impossible to trace.
That old bastard!
Junior, don't trust my words.
Here's the question I have, and we'll end the episode with this. We established that Junior and Guinan have telepathic contact. Why doesn't Junior sense some sort of weird silence and begin asking questions like, what the hell happened to Guinan?
Lot.
Exactly.
No, that's a good question. I mean, like, so if we're talking about the ongoing connection, I'm sure that is a lot of a subconscious effort, and we've been a little busy.
It's true.
So this entire time you've been dealing with the Orma stronghold, trying to get to Milsha, getting to Milsha, taking on Utic and Margulis. Like, all of that requires a lot of attention, and all the while Yuriev is just like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna cause problems. I do what I want.
So evil. Oh my god. Yeah.
Evil twirly mustache. So it could just be something where, like, even though we're not privy to it, Junior's like, oh, that's weird. I'll have to deal with that later.
We do have the Submerged City and Labyrinthos available now in the UMN simulator.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, that certainly is true. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, what are we gonna do about this now? Now that, you know, Negredo has reawoken and he's like, hey, there are problems here. You know, there are all sorts of questions that raises, and clearly having Yuriev taking over Negredo is going to create big issues going forward. Oh yeah, the Awakening Manual that we just stole learns Phoenix Blade, which is Jin and Shion's double attack.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Yeah,
but they gotta get along first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are some double attacks and things we need to do. So, you know, we will make sure we get around to doing that. But yeah, now that we've completed that story segment, guess what's next? If you guess the GS campaign, it's coming back. Fortunately, it's not a huge amount left. We only have, what is this? 8, and we're not even going to do 8 of them before we head to the final dungeon. Which, yes, the next dungeon we go into is going to be the final dungeon. Once we complete that, we will be going into post-game, I think, immediately, just because we'll want to complete the GS path. We'll want to, you know, get all of some of the optional bosses, I think, are they're not optional in my mind. They are part of the experience of playing Episode 2. But
We are really that close to ending the game?
Yeah, we are.
As far as, wow, that is crazy.
Yep. The final boss is pretty close at this point. So, yeah, it definitely still feels like a bit of a short game, but it also has so much content, and post-game is so extensive in Episode 2 that it's certainly not what I would term a short game if you're 100%ing it. But the story's a little bit short in this one.
Fair enough.
Okay. Not as short as 1, though. 1 has a very short story and a very short 100% game, so, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so if for some reason we get to the end of the narrative and you don't want to see all the post-game, I'll let me know in the comments and I'll mark which ones are post-game stuff so that you don't have to like wonder which ones are which. Otherwise, we'll just keep going because I want to see all the post-game stuff too.
Yeah, there's some great stuff in the post-game of this game. I quite enjoy it, so... Yeah, we're definitely going to have that content for you. We're going to complete the GS campaign. There's one post-game boss which I view as completely essential to experiencing this full game. And then there's a bunch of other cool stuff we're going to do. Very interesting stuff in the post-game of this game. Really, to me, it's where this game shines. And it's because we're not in kind of just the main narrative. We're just kind of dealing with weird things that are in this game, and it's very fun, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the little bit longer of an episode. It was give you about an hour, 15 minutes, or a 2-hour episode, so we elected to go with that.
Yep. Which is all good, but thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked it, please hit the like, subscribe, all that jazz. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear from you, whether it's regarding the game or you just want to talk about anything. It's fine. We're totally fine with that. And beyond that, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your day, and we do hope it is an incredible one. And we'll see you all in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye now.
Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.